Welcome back. Here we will use two exercises. In exercise 8, we are going to use signals to manage local state and extend this in exercise 9 to manage state between components. What is the objective? To demonstrate how to use signals to manage states between components, similar to using stores. Use an increment button in exercise 8 and a decrement button in exercise 9, both sharing the same signals. What you will learn: how to create a signals file, define signal with $state, export getter and setter functions. Use signals to manage state between components. What you need to do: 1. Copy file shown above to LibData Chapter 3. 2. Add x8_counter and x9_counterb to exercise list.json. Please pause the video until you have done this. Okay, let's see this in action. Open Exercises in the app and click the blue arrow next to Exercise 8 Managing State Using Signals. You should see an increment counter button. Press it a few times and note the counter number. Now click Exercise 9, Managing State Between Component Using Signals. Note that it has the same counter number, but now the button shows decrement. So press it a few times and click back on Exercise 8 and note that the decremented number appears. So this shows that data, state, is persisting between components. Let's look at the code. First, open the signals file x8_signals.svelte.js. Note the extension is .svelte.js. First, we declare signal count using $state. This defines your signal. For this example, similar to the store in exercise 7, we just want to save persist count, so that's the only signal we need here. Now, with every signal you will need a getter function and a setter function. As the names imply, the getter just gets the signal value and the setter updates it. You export these functions. You do not export the signal. As you can see, the getter function getCount simply returns the count. And the setter function? Well, setter functions update the signal, and here we will use two setter functions, for simplicity, one to increment and one to decrement. These could easily be combined into one. So, we have function increment count, which adds 1 to the count, and decrement count, which subtracts 1 from the count. You will import the getter and setter functions in components where you need them, and since you are running functions in the signals file, these will get or set the signal in that file and will always be current values. Pretty simple, right? That's sizzling signals. Simplicity. Alright, next let's look at the code for x8_counter.svelte. Open that file. First, import the signal functions you need, here the getter and increment count, the setter. In the markup we have a button using an onClick to run the imported setter function, increment count, and using the imported getter function, getCount, to show the current counter value. Next, open x9_counterb.svelte. Let's take a look at that code. First, import the signal functions you need, here the getter and decrement count, the setter. In the markup we have a button using an onClick to run the imported setter function, decrement count, and using the imported getter function, getCount, to show the counter value. Okay, so that's signals. You declare your signal using state. You create and export getter and setter functions and import those functions where you need them. Sizzling signals. That's a wrap on exercise 8 and 9. Next, we will look at snippets. See you in the next video.